continue collecting, and remember, stay casual. Welcome back, casual collectors. I'm Steelwolf.
And Spider Kid.
And today we're bringing you a review of the Arkham City Nightwing Escrima Stick Prop Replica by Neca.
Okay, so we picked up this replica at Walmart for the price of $14.99. It's currently sold out on Target, Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop, Amazon.com. But he is available on the Big Bad Toy Store for the price of $35.99. Okay, now for box details. As you can see in the front, we can see the replica of the stick right there. Looking pretty cool. The Batman Arkham City logo and the DC logo. Now I just want to take a quick moment just to look at the background itself of this box. I mean, man, this looks amazing. You see all the cities back there, all the buildings. It looks like something you would see out of a criminal folder, like in a detective movie, or like in Batman. And if we look at the side, we can see the Batman Arkham City logo, as long with the name, the Nightwing Escrima Stick Replica. And now if we go to the back, we can see what looks like to be a poster stamp from Arkham City, and again the logo right there, and a little detail showing how everything works. And now if we go to the other side, it's pretty much about the same thing, with some old Christmas wrapping. And now if we go to the top, we can see the Batman Arkham City logo, the stick itself, and the features. Now if we go to the bottom, it shows you how to put the batteries in, along with a bunch of legal stuff. And all that said, let's see how this thing works.
Alright, and here we have the Escrima stick out of the package, and man, does that look menacing. It's not crazy detailed, but it looks sweet. Those lights look amazing. They're not very bright. I think they're bright enough for what they're intended to do and to be.
And then that gunmetal paint.
Yeah. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this prop replica. Alright, so let's take a closer look here at some of the details on the Escrima stick itself. So right away, I want to point out that this right here is actually Nightwing's logo.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And I think it's cool because if you don't know what it's from, at least it kind of gives you a hint of who it belongs to.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it's very subtle too. Kind of reminds me of the Daredevil Escrima sticks. How it has the D on there for Daredevil. I think that's pretty cool. So it's kind of a similar touch to that. But the best part about this is not just there for show, because it actually causes a vibration. And then if you look at the other end here, we have that logo again, but this also functions as your on-off switch for the lights, which is pretty neat. So with that said, let's take a closer look at these details, and as you can see, they use a very cool kind of a darker gunmetal gray with that metallic sheen to it. And that's basically what you're going to find of paint throughout this whole prop, but it looks great. And as you can see, we got some sculpted things here, but nothing really crazy. But it doesn't need to be. You know, these things are supposed to just beat the heck out of these bad guys, so you don't need them to be all pretty and stuff. So it's subtle, it's there, it's what it's supposed to do. So pretty neat there. Now, one more feature besides the on and off switch here and this vibrating part here is the fact that this is the Escrima stick, but in its dormant form. So what I mean is that it's not extended. So to extend this guy, you're going to see a button right here. So once you push this button, it's going to spring load this open to extend it to its full size. And here we go. Yeah, very cool. And now back to the feature here on top, this part that vibrates. So what I thought was pretty neat is that not only are these Escrima sticks, so that Nightwing can beat the snot out of all these guys, but this vibration actually, it's supposed to mimic him shocking or tasing these villains. He would kind of do a stabbing motion, or he'd poke somebody, and that's supposed to actually mimic or replicate as if Nightwing was stunning or tasing somebody. So that's cool. Yeah, that's a very awesome touch. For $15, that's awesome. So great price for a great prop. And again, it's nothing fancy, it's nothing like, you know, crazy detail, but it doesn't need to be. And so to basically put this guy back into its dormant state, you're just going to push in at both ends till you hear that click, and there it is. Done deal.
Okay, so how to put the batteries in. You're going to need to use a Phillips screwdriver, which is aka the star-shaped one. So the battery that you need to make this thing work is LR44 button batteries, or as I like to call them, the cat laser batteries. You're going to need 6 of these for 3 of each side. Okay, so you don't really need to have 6 batteries in total for this. The 3 will go to the lights, and 3 will go to the vibration thing. Now, if you don't want the vibration on, you don't have to, but I recommend keeping the batteries for the lights.
Alright, and to measure this guy out here in its dormant form, it measures up to be just about 11.5. And to measure him out fully extended, it measures out to be right at about 18 inches. Alright, so for comparisons, the only other thing we have to compare it with is one of the Galaxy's Edge Savi's lightsabers. We don't have any other Neca prop replica, so I think this will be the best thing to compare it to. So right away, they look to be just about the same size, honestly. Maybe the Escrima stick is just a tad bit shorter. Let's go ahead and change the angle of this here. Let's put them this way, and that'll give us a better idea.
To me, it looks like the lightsaber might be a little smaller.
Yeah, you know, looking at it in this angle, it definitely does look like the Escrima stick is smaller, but that's only in the dormant form. So if we actually extend this guy, I still gotta love that. All right, once we extend this guy, he is definitely a lot longer than your Savi's lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge. But again, it's just the hilt, so the blade's not attached. All right, final thoughts. So my final thoughts on this guy is absolutely amazing. I mean, you can't go wrong with this prop replica. I mean, it looks good. The functionality of it is awesome because it's not just something that you put on your shelf and look at. You can actually use it. You can cosplay with it. You can pretend to play with it. You can beat up your little brother or your big brother with it. You know, I mean, it's freaking cool. The fact that it extends with the touch of a button and it's spring loaded, even freaking better. And the whole thing of it, you know, mimicking the whole tasing effect, that is freaking sweet. Like, I was very surprised that they added that feature because they sure as hell didn't need to. They could have just played it off as saying, well, the lights represent the tasing issue, but the fact that they added that vibration was absolutely freaking amazing and absolutely awesome touch to detail. I cannot say enough how that is freaking awesome, and you'll definitely feel like Nightwing with these suckers. The only downside though is that you want to have 2. You can't just have one, you want to have 2. You know, and to have both of them is going to be awesome, and we can tell you that it is awesome to have 2 of them. So you gotta have 2, especially at a price point of $14.99. At least that was the price when we saw these guys on the shelf at Walmart. So we snagged 2 of them. Like Spider Kid mentioned, though, right now they are about 35 bucks on Big Bad Toy Store, and that's basically the only place that we found them at, because we looked and we didn't find them anywhere. Now, as for finding them at a physical store, you probably might have some luck in finding them in the NECA section. I mean, that's where we found it. But yeah, we didn't check eBay. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll have it on eBay, but I highly doubt they're gonna have it for $15. So if you get a chance to pick these guys up, definitely pick them up, especially because they're gonna go so well with the other prop replicas that NECA's released from Batman, like the, you know, Michael Keaton Batman. They had his grappling hook. They had the Batman Beyond Batarang. They also had the Michael Keaton Batarang as well. And I believe they also made the animated series Batman Grappling Hook. And I'm sure those have really cool features as well. So you can't go wrong with any of them. So NECA, good job on these props. My only downside of this, and it's really got nothing to do with this at all, is just that after having these two things, you kind of wish you had something that would hold them on your back,
Yeah.
you know, to walk around with them on your back, because that would be awesome. Yeah, something, you know, just to keep them back there and then be able to pull them out and like you're ready to do battle. But other than that, awesome.
I gotta agree. I think these are pretty cool. So the blue is pretty bright but dark. It just matches it so well. And then with it going with that gunmetal gray, it just looks amazing. I do like the whole tasing effect. The only downside of it is that you have to turn on lights manually and you have to turn them off manually. Now, it wouldn't be a problem for that, like if you're just displaying it and whatnot. But they could have given you a mode where you were, like when you extend it out, the lights would turn on and it would start like vibrating like that. Or at least like when you swing it, it would kind of like vibrate. But I mean, for what you get though, it is cool. But yeah, it does suck having one though, but you know what to say. 2 is better than 1.
All right, it's that time again, folks, for our rating. And as always, you can see that rating there on the left. And I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a rating of...
Alright, I'm going to give him the rating of...
And that's going to do it for our review on the Arkham City Nightwing Escrima stick. I'm Steel Wolf.
And Spider Kid.
Continue collecting, and remember...
Stay casual.